This is the first horror game I ever played. This is also the best horror game I've ever played. In the winter of 2010, I downloaded the demo for this game and it blew my mind and scared the crap out of me, and I've been into horror games ever since. So let's take a look at it with our 5 categories, starting with atmosphere. The atmosphere in this game, it's unreal. It's dark, it's thick, it's very overbearing, it puts you on the edge of your seat the whole game. Even the few hub areas almost allow you to ease up a bit. The atmosphere is still a little eerie. The setting of Castle Brennenburg is phenomenal. The year of 1839 puts you in a world of darkness and isolation from the rest of the world. The feel of the castle is lonely, decrepit and nightmarish, and it only becomes more intense as the game goes on. The game features the hands-on approach, utilising the computer's mouse to interact with objects like doors and pulleys to make the game feel incredibly immersive, at least for me. The introduction of the sanity gauge, something that was introduced to us in Eternal Darkness: Sanity's Requiem for GameCube, is a merciless addition. If you look at the enemies too much, you slowly go crazy and slow down. The screen blurs, visual distortions run rampant, and you hallucinate. That's one Harry Mason. Scares. As I have stated, this is the most frightening game I have ever played in my life. The game is 50% atmosphere and 50% gatherers. The gatherers are the primary enemies in the game and will hunt down the player and kill them as the player is defenseless against them. They emit low growls and a noise you'll never forget plays as they chase the player until they catch them or the player escapes. The horrific design of these monsters are legendary, and even staring directly at them lowers sanity in game, so these monsters are the penultimate fear of the player. The water monsters that appear in the early game, invisible to the naked eye but deadly to the touch, were the main reason I bought the game. The fear you experience running away from something you can't see, but you can hear it chasing you, it's incredible. That's 2 Harry Masons. Sound design. Everything from the low rumble of the ambient sound, the chilling music, the rattles, the whispers, the groans of the monsters, the howls of the dogs, echoes and effects, flashbacks, and that damn sound that plays when the monster finds you, it's all perfect. That's 3 Harry Masons. Gore. Blood, guts, and more than enough of it, drilling into people's skulls, bodies piling up in the morgue, using a torso as bait for the water monsters, the grotesque appearance of the gatherers, sawing someone's head off. Yeah, it's done well, used in a way that suits the scenario and adds to the rich atmosphere. That's 4 Harry Masons. Story. It's not called Amnesia for nothing. Your character, Daniel, has had his memory wiped and received a letter from his past self telling him that Alexander, the man that brought him to this castle to help protect him from the curse of the shadow that's following him, must be killed. Whilst I found it difficult to make out through diary entries and flashbacks, what I did learn from the story was impressive to me. The pacing of it as you discover more diary and documents to reveal more about your character and what he's like as the game progresses was very interesting. While story is probably the weakest part for me, I liked how it twisted, so it gets a Harry Mason. The final score is 5 out of 5. To date, nothing has beaten this game for me in terms of scares, atmosphere, or sound design. This game to me is the perfect horror game. Its replayability is diminished with each replay, but it'll still find ways to scare you, and there are of course multiple endings. Again, I'd like to remind you the whole thing is down to my opinion in horror games, and if you don't share this opinion then that's cool, I get it. I'd like to point out that whilst I did let out a few yelps whilst playing the game, when I played it I did not scream like a banshee or run away from the computer, and I advise that you don't either. There will be more horror reviews in the pipeline, and thanks for watching, and always go check out Bumps in the Middle of the Night. Peace.